Breaking news in the Bronx. This is Bronx Fan Central.
The trade deadline is approaching, and the Yankees may be on the verge of sending away a $7 million gem to the Milwaukee Brewers. A young outfielder, loaded with talent, currently injured, and without a guaranteed spot on the roster. Could New York really let him slip away? Yankees fans, this is one of the biggest stories right now. Drop your thoughts in the comments and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any updates. Do you remember the last time the Yankees gave up on a potential generational talent because the roster was simply too crowded? Because I do. And it still hurts. The name making the rounds behind the scenes right now is Jasson Dominguez, the Martian. The same kid the Yankees introduced to the baseball world as the next great star of the Bronx. At the end of May, Dominguez crashed into the left field wall at Yankee Stadium and left the game with a sprained AC ligament in his left shoulder. Aaron Boone confirmed that he would be placed on the injured list and is expected to miss several weeks. But here's the detail that turns a simple injury into a potential career-defining story. When he returns, there may not be a place for him to play. Aaron Judge in right field, Trent Grisham in center field, Cody Bellinger in left field, Giancarlo Stanton demanding at-bats when healthy, Spencer Jones waiting for his opportunity in the minor leagues. The Yankees outfield doesn't have an open window for anyone right now. And that's exactly why the Martian's name has started appearing in trade rumors involving the Milwaukee Brewers, a team leading the National League Central and clearly searching for pieces that can help them compete for a championship this season. I'll be direct. This deeply concerns me. Dominguez has accumulated roughly $7 million in value so far. He's a true five-tool player. He runs, fields, throws, hits for average, and hits for power. Players like that don't come around every season. The organization spent years building expectations around him. And now the conversation is about trading him away because the roster is crowded. That's not smart asset management. That's the kind of decision that leaves a permanent scar in the memory of a fan base. I can't look at this situation and feel comfortable. I see a flashing yellow warning sign. But I need to ask you something, Bronx Nation. Do you really believe a player with Dominguez's potential is going to patiently wait in an organization where he doesn't have a guaranteed role? Or does he need a fresh opportunity to finally show everyone who he truly is? Du mileage is relempobi mensing piemensing. Morn belalech permectax riving what is fortnave. Fifth, power genge in tormentures. Jundranet of the merger stort gunmaji. Jundranet of the 30 beluth. He feel them into this seath. His consinger Visuk ep later. BQ or million a B2 and Orwell suit was for people. All those great. Jasson Dominguez didn't even open the 2026 season on the major league roster. The Yankees' outfield depth was the reason the organization gave for keeping him off the roster to begin the year. When he was finally called up, his opportunity didn't last long before the injury occurred. Trent Grisham, after dealing with a knee scare, became the everyday center fielder. Cody Bellinger has been one of the cleanest success stories for the Yankees this season. Power, contact, and defensive versatility without the inconsistency that has affected other positions. Aaron Judge, when healthy, owns right field without debate. And then there's Giancarlo Stanton. Whenever he's healthy, the Yankees need to find at-bats for him. That puts even more pressure on the outfield situation. The math simply doesn't work in Dominguez's favor. On the other side, the Milwaukee Brewers sit atop the National League Central and are clearly building a roster designed for a deep postseason run. A five-tool outfielder under 25 years old with impact potential and a team-friendly contract is exactly the kind of player contenders target at the deadline. The trade logic exists. On paper, it makes sense for both sides. But what the logic doesn't answer is this. What are the Yankees getting back? What kind of return justifies giving up a talent of this caliber? Because if the answer is a mid-rotation pitcher or a lower-tier prospect, then the equation doesn't work for anyone. And there's another point the media is almost completely ignoring. This outfield that looks so solid today has a long injury history. Bellinger has dealt with injuries. Stanton significant time on the injured list every season. Even Grisham recently dealt with a knee issue. The very depth that's pushing Dominguez out the door could disappear within a matter of weeks. I'll make this prediction right now. If the Yankees trade Dominguez before the deadline without receiving a true impact player in return, they'll regret the decision before this season is over. I understand how Brian Cashman operates. He views organizational depth as a trade asset. And I understand that logic. But there's a massive difference between using a prospect to acquire a missing piece and moving a potential generational talent because you couldn't properly organize your own roster. Dominguez isn't just another name in the prospect handbook. Genebers eights, Genev dansepast, ham par. Ham logoen player, but the sings a sembinischen restlock a speel. Tour merbel water. They would be crashed with Dober Pier. 5 tools. Elite speed. Middle of the order power potential. That combination doesn't come around for free. And here's what worries me most. If he goes to Milwaukee and breaks out, and I'm looking you straight in the eye when I say this, it will become one of the most painful stories of the season. It will join the list of mistakes that Yankees fans never forget. Write this down. A roster that looks complete in June rarely looks the same in October. So here's the question, Bronx Nation. Are the Yankees about to give up on a future superstar because they lack the patience or the creativity to fit the right pieces together? Yankees fans, subscribe now so you don't miss any updates. Because this story is moving fast, and you'll want to be here when the next chapter unfolds.